Well, Happy New Year, everybody, and welcome to the first ever Bronco Nation broadcast of 2024. I'm Meghan Sullivan. I'm still a new face around here, so thanks for having me. But don't worry, we have some very familiar faces joining us very soon. And we have a lot to talk about, so let's get to it. We're going to kick things off talking about King of Hammers, the mother, or I guess I should say father, of all off-roading events. We're going to talk about Ford Bronco Outpost events. We've got a gear check with Jordan. He's going to give us a little teaser and update about Bronco Nation's upcoming partnerships with parts and accessories. We have Amy Ace joining us from Bronco Off-Rodeo, Texas. We're going to talk about upcoming events at Bronco Off-Rodeo, Ladies' Day, winter weekends, and maybe get some cold driving, winter driving tips from her. And then last but not least, I know that this is what you guys are waiting for. We will be joined by Bob Burry, President and CEO of the Fairlane home of Clara and Henry Ford. That's a mouthful, because he's going to be announcing the winners of the 2023 Code Orange Raptor Sweepstakes giveaway. You might be one of the winners, but you have to stay put and you have to stay tuned in for the entire time to find out. Well, we're going to kick things off talking about events. Bronco Nation is, of course, known for its many events, and coming up very soon is the king of all events, King of Hammers. So we're going to go to Laura, and Laura, you have to tell us about what we have planned coming up at King of Hammers this year.
So like Meghan said, we have a full calendar for 2024 of Bronco Nation events, from local clubs to Bronco base camps to all the favorite ones that you guys have known and loved over the last 3 years. And I'm sure there's going to be plenty more that pop up that you will be wanting to attend. So the first event for the year is the King of the Hammers Bronco Base Camp, January 31st through February 4th. And we will be out in Johnson Valley, California, where Ford did a lot of the durability testing for the Bronco and the Sport. So it's a perfect place for you to take your own vehicle and experience some of the trails that Ford tested your Bronco on back during development. And at Bronco Base Camp, if you're not familiar with a Bronco Base Camp, what we do is we pick a great location tied to a major event, and we host you guys there to come camp with us. So we have a mix of tents, your own overlanding situation. This year we've got something new for Bronco Base Camp for King of the Hammers, and that's BN-provided RVs. So our goal is just to make it really easy for you to come out, experience. This is the wildest event that we go to. There's a lot of people that just descend into the lake bed, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of dust. It's a great time. But it can be overwhelming. And so what we do is just make sure that it's easy for you to sign up, register, and we'll try to take care of most of the rest for you. So next week, we're going to announce the full agenda for everything. We'll be having trail drives. We've got catered lunch or breakfast and dinner for these events. We've got just a really good set of trail guides from Bronco Off-Rodeo, our experts, coming out with us to lead the drives. And we'll be doing Chase the Race. So the whole King of the Hammers event is centered on a set of races. And so we'll be following the 4400 and the 4600 trucks around at various checkpoints, and it's going to be a great time.
Laura, I heard that the food at base camp is pretty good and that you and Jordan are the chefs. Tell me more. What are you guys eating over there?
Well, we actually have a catered event, so they're not going to be dealing with our pancakes and hamburgers that you guys have done in the past, even though I know you guys are grateful even for...
the barbecue sandwiches at Moab Bronco Safari weren't bad.
That was an epic chain
That
of
was.
food assembly, from the Ford Bronco team to the Bronco Nation team to everybody. So we just appreciate all the events that everybody pitches in and enjoys our food. But this one is going to be catered.
Yeah, it's
I
a real
love that,
sense of
Chris.
community. King of Hammers is like the penultimate or the ultimate event for us every year. And base camps, if you're not familiar, really the embodiment of Bronco Nation, bringing the online community and the in-person experience together into one. It's a great place to meet people, meet new people, reconnect with old friends, meet new friends. And it's certainly the highlight of what we do here at Bronco Nation. Our mission is to make owning a Bronco easier and more enjoyable, and we certainly think base camps are the best way to do that when it comes to events, especially in an event like King of Hammers. I call it, if Burning Man and NASCAR had a baby, that would be King of the Hammers, and certainly it can be intimidating. I remember my first year, I was like, this is the worst thing ever, and now it's something I look forward to time after time. So For all of you already registered, we cannot wait to see you. Unfortunately, Basecamp reservations are sold out. There is a waiting list that you can join. But if you're attending KOH on your own, feel free to swing by Basecamp, say hi to us. We would love to see you. And we can't wait to see you all in Johnson Valley very, very soon.
And I can't wait to watch on YouTube to see what you guys get into and report back. It sounds like
There's
a ton of
always
fun.
surprises, that's for sure.
Next year, I'm going to have to come out and join you.
For sure.
All right. Well, speaking of events, we're going to move on from King of Hammers. And Laura, I know that we have a special guest here with us from Ford. And we're going to talk a little bit more about Bronco Outpost.
So here we have with us Rebekah Sharpe. She is the experience owner for Bronco CX, customer service. And she will be out there, I think, meeting us at King of the Hammers for our first time in Johnson Valley. And there is a really special trip that I'm so excited for that's leaving from Bronco Off-Rodeo Las Vegas, going through a desert and all the way ending up in another desert. So, Rebekah, why don't you just go ahead and tell people about this trip through the Mojave, and we'll get to know you a little bit.
Yes. Well, hello, everyone. Happy New Year. Really excited about being here. Appreciate the warm welcome and greetings from Ford to the entire Bronco Nation family. So as Laura said, my name is Rebekah Sharpe, and I work on the customer experience team here at Ford Motor Company. And particularly in our department, we are really here to unlock your passion points as Bronco owners. So with that, we've been partnering with Bronco Nation to bring exclusive and epic opportunities for all types of adventures that ultimately really do foster partnership and help get our owners and these vehicles out where they belong, which is in the wild. And as Laura mentioned, we are super excited because for the very first time, we are going to be offering a trip of a lifetime through what I know to be the crown jewel of the West, the Mojave. Which is en route to King of the Hammers. So we're partnering with an expert in the space, and we're really looking forward to hearing how customers respond to the trip, because we're already starting to think about other experiences that we might be able to offer you all in this same setting and setup. So we've talked about Grand Canyon, Death Valley, and Moab, just to name a few. But this trip is going to be really special. It accompanies with chef catered meals and hiking, trail drives, campfires, and some other surprise and delight. So we had an overwhelming response when we initially invited you all to learn more about the trip. And that's why I said we're looking forward to learning from this initial adventure. And then we might be offering more trips here really soon.
And I think their chef-catered meal is going to be a little bit better than even what we have at Bronco Base Camp. There's going to be a set of, I believe, 5 Broncos joining you guys, Rebekah, and I think about 9 owners coming out. So a very exclusive, limited group, and it sounds like it's going to be absolutely epic.
Absolutely, yeah. So we've got a total of 6 Broncos and 9 owners joining us. As I mentioned, our partner in the space, Todd Rogers with 4 Points Adventures, he's also bringing the chef and his assistant himself. So we've got a total of 12 folks that are going to be journeying through the Mojave to King of the Hammers.
Thank you so much, Rebekah, for explaining that. We're looking forward to more Outpost events. Are you able to speak to where people might be able to sign up for those or when those will be announced?
Yeah, so again, one of the things that I have come to know and love about this community is how engaged you all are. We send one communication and we get like a 90% open rate and lots of folks raising their hands. So please stay tuned, because we definitely are going to be announcing the Outpost locations that are coming up. The whole concept here is, after you've gone to off-rodeo, you've obviously enjoyed a lot of the fun and frills there. Now we want to bring these opportunities right to your local neighborhood so that you do not have to travel as far, and you get an opportunity to really apply your learnings. You BYOB, which is bring your own Bronco. Want to make sure I'm clear on that. And then, you'll get an opportunity to continue to foster that community and just develop more expertise in off-roading. So we will be announcing, we have like a plethora of options all over the US. So we'll make sure that we communicate those details to you all. So please stay tuned. And before I go, if I may, I do just want to submit a small plug. I mentioned how engaged you all are, which we really appreciate. And so if you all have ideas, if there are certain thoughts or suggestions and things that you really want to see Ford and Bronco Nation do in partnership together, please, please, please comment them in the comment section below. We do check those comments, and we'd really love, like I said before, to unlock your passion points with this incredible vehicle.
Thank you so much, Rebekah. We're looking forward to seeing those on the calendar, and we're looking forward to meeting you in person at an event very soon. So we appreciate you joining us.
Absolutely. See you on the trail.
Thanks so much, Rebekah.
Take care.
Thank you.
So some additional events that we have coming up for 2024 will be added to the calendar and in the coming days and weeks. So look for things like Supercell East and the Overland Expos, and we will be putting those on there. We'll mark them with the BN attending as we can, and we'll give you more details on signups for base camps and any of those additional registrations that you may need to go through. So looking forward to seeing you at a lot of events in 2024.
I know that I need to make it out to some more events. Jordan and Laura, you've been telling me we need to all go to one together and like increase that camaraderie. I'm the newbie on the team. You guys are going to have to tell me which events to come to. And there's so many cool ones planned for 2024. I'm really looking forward to it. All right, we're going to switch
a lot of bonding
gears.
that goes on at events for sure.
I love it. Of course there is, especially if we're flipping flapjacks together. I mean, how much better does that get? We're going to switch gears a little bit. Jordan, we want to talk to you about parts, accessories, some new partnerships for 2024. I know you have a lot of cool things in store, so give us a little teaser. What can we expect?
That's right, Meghan. Parts and accessories is a massive part of what Bronco Nation has planned for 2024. Over 18 months ago, we kicked off our parts business and with some phenomenal partners, really with a goal, as I mentioned earlier, to make owning a Bronco easier and more enjoyable by providing a easier way to access the best parts across the categories. And we've been really fortunate and blessed to work with some awesome partners in the lighting space, in the roof rack space, in the wheel space, underbody protection, so on and so forth. And we've expanded our lineup each and every quarter since we started. And 2024 is just going to get bigger. The team has been working tirelessly to bring you even more options at even better price points with even higher quality. And the Bronco Nation team is always committed to making sure that you have the best options available when it comes to upfitting and accessorizing your vehicles, whether that's for suspension, whether for that's wheels and tires, whether for that stuff that goes on the roof, in the vehicle, so on and so forth. And you all have been wonderful about giving us feedback over the past year and a half on what you want to see. We've taken those suggestions to heart and are pursuing some incredible partners that will be on the Bronco Nation store very, very soon, not only starting this quarter, but rolling out through all of 2024. Some highlights are going to include more Bronco Sport parts. Our Bronco Sport section of Bronco Nation is growing rapidly. They're an incredible group of people that we are honored to have along this journey with us, and we want to make sure they are able to get the most out of their vehicle. We've heard that a lot of you want soft top racks. Historically, we've only offered rack solutions for hard tops. We've heard you, and we'll be offering one of the best soft top, if not the best soft top rack in the industry very, very soon. We're going to have expanded wheel offerings. We're going to have expanded lighting offerings. We're going to be adding bumpers, underbody protection. If you can think of it, it will likely be on the Bronco Nation store very, very soon. And we cannot wait for you all to accessorize. And that is one of our favorite parts of the events, is seeing people with their Broncos and seeing what they've done, and seeing people who have come to multiple events over the years who started with no accessories and now have some of the coolest Broncos hitting the trails and the dirt. And we can't wait to see the nation, which is now over 60,000 strong, continuing to make their Bronco their very own and customizing it for their perfect adventure. And so that is what we are aiming to do here with parts and accessories at Bronco Nation through all of 2024 and beyond.
Jordan, sorry to put you on the spot, but do you have any particularly favorite accessories or rigs that you've seen just outfitted to the max, especially in this past year, that you can share with us?
I do, yeah. Each event we go to with more and more members of the community and of Bronco Nation, we see things that we never thought we'd see or hadn't imagined before. One of my favorite builds, I'm very biased, but is the Bronco Nation GPW-inspired Bronco that we have that's on display right now at Bronco Off-Road Moab. So if you're attending or plan to attend, you can see that on display there. But I think it's sick. It has color-matched wheels, kind of going after that old GPW style vehicle that Ford built back in the 1940s for war purposes. This one is obviously not for war unless you're going to battle with some rocks in Moab. But it has a matte green wrap, color-matched wheels, a rooftop tent that's super comfortable, and a great place to stay for any of your adventures. So that's one of my favorites. Looking outside of that, Scott Wisen is one of our favorite members and a Bronco Nation familiar face. He has a beautiful Bronco Raptor build that's on 39s. It's got a trail rack, surf rack on there. It's got all sorts of awesome lighting. He put his Bronco Nation grill badge in a really cool spot. I think he might be the only one that has it actually attached to his roof rack, which is neat. And the roof rack came in handy when I had to push him over on Poison Spider back at Motor Bronco Safari late last year. So that's one of my favorite builds. There's also a build by, I believe it's called radmedia.co on Instagram. They actually had their Bronco on display at SEMA. It's a Bronco Raptor build. It looks super sick. There's pictures of it on our Instagram channel. That is one of my favorite builds. The wrap is very flashy, but it works. So those are 3 of my favorite builds in the Bronco community right now. Megan, do you have a favorite one?
I actually peeped that matte green Bronco you were talking about in the beginning. We just put that up on Instagram, didn't we?
Possibly.
I just saw it on one of our social channels, and
oh, cool.
I'm biased for green, so that's
Laura.
my
You
pick,
see a lot of
but
Broncos. What's your favorite build, or do you have a build that you're gravitating towards right now?
I don't. I think I just like to see all the different stuff that's coming out. There's so many more parts for even the two-door at this point. We were the neglected folk for quite some time. You got to test it out on the four-door first, and then it transitions down to us. But so many unique things, and I just like seeing what people are coming up with. A lot more people are doing things with wraps. The stripes, the hockey stripes were big at the beginning, but I've seen a lot with wraps and racks too. And it's going to be good to see what else comes out for 2024.
Amy, you see a lot of Broncos at Bronco Off Radio Texas. Is there one that stands out to you? You had to know I was coming to you with the question next.
There's not. I see them not just at off rodeo, but out in the wild and at the different events. Scott's is great. I met Scott. Like, he still had his tags on. It was so new.
Oh, yeah,
And
that was
saw
at
him
Wheeling
at
for a Cause last year, wasn't it?
Well, no, it was even before that.
Oh, was it?
Was at Hidden Falls,
Oh,
and
okay.
he hadn't really met a lot of people, and he showed up and he went willing for the first time with it out there, and it was great. He's done so much with it since then. I've got some good friends out in Virginia, and they've done the Sullivans. There's a Cyber Orange. They're always at Supercell East, and they really started outfitting their stuff right after off rodeo, and they've got a great build. That there's so many. I really can't choose. I do love the Bronco Nations.
There's a whole
green wrap, though. It's pretty.
Cyber Orange gang that attends Supercell East every year in camps. They're super cool.
Yeah.
But
They are. They just keep bringing the accessories. I'm ready to do something with ours as well. So
I think both you and Laura both recently upgraded your rigs. Is that true?
maybe. Yes.
No comment?
Yes, super excited. Yeah, super excited. We got our Raptor to go with our Bronco fleet in August 10th, and so we're loving it. Absolutely loving it.
And Laura moved on from the postal truck?
I went from a 21 Badlands to a 21 Badlands. I had the Oxford white two-door, and I went to a carbonized gray. Yep. Robert called it a postal truck.
Back. You have Sasquatch now.
Postal.
Yeah. Once he said
tint.
that, like I couldn't unsee it. And I love the Oxford white. But it's good to hide pinstripes. But I do like the carb gray now.
Anyways, that's the parts update for 2024. Stay tuned to thebronconation.com and all of our social media channels so you can be the first to know when new parts and accessories drop right on the site. Megan?
All right, that's exciting. We've got a lot in store. I have some money to spend, I guess. I guess we all have some money to spend on bronconation.com.
We'll take it.
Speaking of parts and accessories, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the photo of Miss Amy Clouds in the roof tent dressed as a Yeti at Bronco Off-Rodeo, Texas, but it's probably one of my favorite shots of all time. So with that being said, Amy, we're on to you. We want to talk about all things Bronco Off-Rodeo, when we're going to see you in the Yeti costume again. More importantly, we've got Ladies' Days coming up. Winter weekends are in full effect now. Maybe we'll talk a little bit about winter driving tips. But tell me, how's it going so far, 2024, down at Bronco Off-Rodeo, Texas? How are winter weekends going?
It's going great. Yeah, we're in full swing down here on Friday and Saturday. It's cooler right now. I think Monday we're going to be down to 8 degrees and then back in the 70s later on during the week. So it's going to be good.
Sounds like that.
Yeah. Yes, you never know what you're going to get. Mother Nature and Father Nature and a custody battle. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, no, it's going great. We've got lots of owners that are coming in and enjoying the weather. Winter weekends, not just here, but out in Nevada, which I saw from their Lee Trail Guide, is got some amazing snow up there. So you get to enjoy all locations, except for New Hampshire, of course, but you've got Moab and all of their winter wonder.
A little too much snow over there in New Hampshire, so we have to close down shop
No
for
such thing.
the
No such
winter.
thing.
Yeah.
So no matter how cold you think it is in Texas, just remember it's always colder and snowier here in the Midwest. And I need some tips and tricks for safer, better winter driving, even if it's not on trail. Just every day, running errands. What can I do?
Well, one of the great things about Broncos, we have those amazing goat modes. So utilizing your goat mode for how you're driving and the weather conditions that you're in is going to be number one. Just making sure that your tires, one, that they have the air that they need in them, that you have those preventative measures on them based on the conditions that you're in. Of course, making sure you have fuel and all of that. But I would say utilizing those goat modes is one of the best advantages you can do to make sure you're out there safe, depending, if you're in that slippery or that powder snow, whatever you're in.
Sure. Okay, airing my tires. Am I airing down?
Depends on what terrain you're going to be on. Are you going to
Okay.
be off-roading? Are you going to be on-road? Just really depends on where you're going to be, how you're going to be utilizing your Bronco.
Okay. And these are all things that we are learning on the daily at Bronco Off Rodeo, especially during one of my all-time favorite events. And Amy, I'm going to speak for you. I think it's one of your all-time favorite events as well. And that's Bronco Off Rodeo Ladies Days. There is just absolutely nothing like it. If I could bottle up the camaraderie and the vibes and sell it, I would, because they're just so epic. And I know we have a couple coming up in this first quarter of 2024, and we're kicking it off at Bronco Off Rodeo, Texas. So if somebody's watching, they've never been to Ladies Day, what can they expect?
Never been.
A whole lot of
Sorry,
fun.
Jordan, you're not invited.
Sorry, Jordan. Yeah, it is. It's absolutely amazing. It's really hard to put into words just the vibe of everything. It's thrilling, it's exhilarating. You have people that are in tears from how much fun they've had and what all they've done, no matter if it's been here or we've done it in Nevada. We just had New Hampshire's the first one, and we are adding even more with Moab. So we're going to do Texas February 9th, and lots of fun. Still going to be cool, not crazy hot like we've done it in the past, but a really, really good time coming out here. Then we have Nevada on International Women's Day, March 8th, which is going to be amazing outside of Vegas at Mount Potosi. And then April 12th in Moab, which is the first ever that we've done in Moab. So we're super excited about it. Ladies, it doesn't matter if you've off-roaded before or not. Come join us. Bring your girlfriends, bring your daughters, bring your granddaughters. Just bring whoever you want that's a lady and come join us. It is absolutely incredible. And the relationships that are forged, not just with the off-rodeo team, but with the ladies in general, is incredible to see. So many ladies stay in touch after this and go off-roading together and build their own little communities. It's awesome.
It's so true. It's how you and I became friends. And I love that you said that you absolutely need no experience, because my first exposure to off-roading was at Bronco Off-Rodeo Ladies Day in Texas with you. And I've attended every one since. And yeah, it's such a cool, safe space. There's no intimidation. There's no such thing as a stupid question. I didn't know proper parking brake procedure when I started, but you learn. And I just think it's really important that anybody who's watching this says, oh gosh, I've never driven my Bronco anywhere off pavement. Like, you're welcome. We want you.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Whether you're a novice or experienced, you're going to learn something, and you're going to do it with other ladies that are in the exact same boat as you. And then it just builds that confidence that you didn't think you could have out there doing it by yourself without your significant other or anyone else kind of there helping you, other than, of course, the off-rodeo team. We're going to be there every step of the way, but it's really cool to see that confidence grow, and then you go out into the wild and you get bit by that little off-road bug and you just want more and more.
So if people want to go to Bronco Off-Rodeo, they can go to broncooffrodeo.com, and you will be able to use your credit that Ford gives with your vehicle, and you'll be able to create an account there and choose a day to schedule. And we hope to see a lot of you guys at one of the 4 locations, and there's also the Raptor location too in Nevada. So make sure you guys get out there if you have not used your trip already. And there are opportunities for repeat customers in various ways, in different experiences. So make sure you head over to the website and you can check that out and be able to get some of the details there.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Go ahead.
No, it's all you, girl.
So I was going to let everyone know, not only are we just doing Big Bronco at these ladies event in Texas and in Mo, we are doing sport. And in March at the Nevada location, we're going to have Bronco Raptor. So not just Big Bronco, everyone come on out.
That sounds exciting.
Absolutely. It is so exciting. It is such a fun event. I cannot wait for February, March, April. I'm going to all 3.
My sister went. She still talks about it. So
Does she?
Yes.
I probably met her, not even knowing that it was your sister.
Yeah,
she was
so
probably the one
you
screaming
were
and
with
hooting
the
and
alley.
hollering and telling my mom to be quiet in the passenger seat the whole
That
time.
was your mama screaming. That was
Yeah.
your mom screaming.
Yeah.
That is too good. I
But
also
yes,
have a couple
incredible
articles up
memories
on
from all
Bronco.
that I've heard.
I also have a couple articles up on bronconation.com, a little bit of a behind the scenes deep dive into each location if you're feeling unsure and you want to know a few more details, as well as my take on Ladies' Day, which you won't be surprised it's a fabulous event you have to attend. Thanks so much, Ames. I love hearing from you at Bronco Off-Rodeo, Texas, and I cannot wait to see you this first quarter at all of our Ladies' Days. Everybody watching, come and join us. We're going to say goodbye to you. Jordan Parker, we're going to say goodbye to you, but of course, we'll see everybody at bronconation.com. So, Laura, that leaves you and I, and we have a pretty exciting guest coming up, don't we? We have President and CEO of Fairlane Home of Clara and Henry Ford, Mr. Bob Burry, and he is here to announce the winner of the 2023 Code Orange Bronco Raptor Sweepstakes. So, Bob, thank you so much for joining us. We're so excited to have you, and what a fun reason to have you on our live stream.
Well, thank you, Meghan. It's been great to partner with Bronco Nation on this whole sweepstakes effort. And, just so people know, it's fun to take a chance. It's fun to try and win. And I had the great opportunity to make a very fun call just a few minutes ago to our winner for this year. But everybody that contributed, everybody that supported it, know that you're helping to do some really important work. The home of Clara and Henry Ford, Fairlane, is a National Historic Landmark. It's the home where Henry and Clara lived most of their lives. And, if you look at the front of your Bronco or the side of your car, that Ford name has been around a long time and sustained. Thanks for the support and the enthusiasm of its customers and people like Bronco Nation. But on a very personal and immediate note, thanks for supporting the sweepstakes this year. Our winner is very excited. He and his son both are Bronco fans, and he told me just a few minutes ago he had plans to go buy one. And I said, well, we've got a better offer for you. So he's really excited.
I love it. I feel like we need a little bit of a drum roll before you tell us who the winner is. Before we get to that, I just want to know, are there any special projects that the money is going towards to help the home of Clara and Ford?
Well, actually, there is. There's when you have a home that's over 100 years old, a very large home with a lot of outbuildings, there's no shortage of things to spend money on. But one of our projects right now is the garage, where Henry Ford kept his cars. He had room for about 8 vehicles in there, and so we're bringing back that Henry Ford's garage and his workshop, where he did a lot of that innovating and that creating and that research that resulted in all the things that he invented over the years where it happened. So really focusing on the garage, bringing that back to its original state. We're making good progress on the residence, on the home as well. Plenty of work left to do there, but we're excited about our second phase, which is, in addition to the residence, the actual garage, which is really interesting. It's got these 3 doors and just about big enough to fit this Bronco Raptor in it, but with not too much extra room.
I don't think there's too much extra room in anyone's garage to fit the
That's
Bronco
true.
Raptor.
That's
Well,
true.
thank you so much for sharing that with us. It's really important work that you're doing to help preserve a key piece of history in this story in Metro Detroit, the city that we all know and love so much. So I guess, Laura, what do you think? Without further ado, should we get to it?
Let's get to it.
All right, Bob, this is your unofficial drum roll.
Okay.
And the winner is?
Well, the winner is, Freddie Muller is his name. Freddie lives in Palmetto Bay, Florida, which is right around Miami. And as I mentioned a moment ago, I had a conversation with him, and he's a very happy guy. And he had plans to purchase one. So sorry, Ford, we're going to sell maybe one less Bronco this month. But he's very happy to be the proud owner of the special Bronco Raptor as part of the Fairlane Sweepstakes. So look for him in South Florida with a big smile on his face.
And look for
Absolutely.
the Muller family on the bronconation.com. We looked them up in the system, and they are in the membership. And so we are excited to have them come to future events. We were able to meet a former Bronco Raptor winner from last year at Woodward. He came with the Raptor that he won. So we're looking forward to meeting Freddie at some point and having him in the family.
Oh, I love that so much. That's what Bronco Nation's all about, right? Not just connecting in the forums and the live streams, but getting out there at the events and on the trails. So cool that you got the chance to meet the last Raptor winner. And Freddie, we're looking for you out there. So come say hi. Well, Bob, thank you so much for joining us. We so appreciate it. We hope we get to have you on sometime soon. I mean, if you want to give away another Raptor next week, we're here for it. Just call us. And
Okay,
with that, go ahead.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind, and always appreciate the partnership with Bronco Nation and all your great members.
Yes, and the feeling is mutual. Thanks so much for coming on and sharing this exciting experience with everyone. And we are going to say goodbye to you, Bob. Laura, I think you and I are actually going to say goodbye to everybody. We kicked out everybody else in the live stream, so now it's just down to you and I. Any parting words for the first ever Bronco Nation broadcast of 2024?
Just want to thank everybody for joining us this year, the years prior, future years. We're excited to continue to be a community together. It really is a Bronco family. And any questions you have for us, you can drop them down in the chat below, especially regarding events or anything like that. And we look forward to seeing you online, and we look forward to seeing you in person.
Absolutely. And thanks so much for everybody for inviting me to be a part of the Bronco Nation. I'm excited to be one of the absolute newest members. So, like, comment, share, all that good stuff. We will see you guys out there. Thanks again, Laura, and we'll talk to everybody soon.